Hey crafty friends, today we're going to take a look at the eBosser. It is an electronic manual die cutting machine from Craftwell. And it sounds kind of like a contradiction in terms, but what it does is it enables you to use manual dies and embossing folders without having to crank it by hand. There is only one button on the whole thing, and that's the power button right here. And you feed it your sandwich in through the front and it engages and it takes it out the back. There's also a little handle for carrying. It is a nice size. You can see here that it's actually smaller than some of the other machines of this kind, but let me measure it for you. So it is about 12 inches from edge to edge. And it's about 8 inches tall, and the actual throat plate is about 8.5. So they give you the die, not the dies, some embossing folders and your plates. I'll give you another close-up of those in a minute. But what's nice is you can use an entire 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, which is what this is. So this is one of their embossing folders. There you can kind of see the pattern. And I'm going to run it through so that you can see exactly how I do it. So there's a B, C, and D plate and some shims, and the sandwich for the embossing folder is A, embossing folder, C, and D. This comes in the instructions. You don't need this for me because it's in there. But in order to make it work, notice again, I don't have to hold down a button to make it go. Listen, because there'll be a little beep and then it will engage all by itself. So listen. Hear the beep? And now it's going by itself. I can be completely hands-free while it works. It also only has one speed. So if you wanted to go fast, you don't get to go fast. And it spits it out the other side. You can hear when it's done. And the machine automatically powers down, or the motor stops running once it senses that it's gone through. So here is the folder. And there is the beautiful embossed piece of cardstock. There you go, you can kind of see that pattern. So I'm going to readjust the angle and we will take another closer look at the eBosser by Craftwell. Okay, so let's take another look at the eBosser by Craftwell and what you get in your kit. You are going to get the eBosser machine and the power cord. You're going to get a handy dandy user manual which has all of the sandwiches that you're going to need so that if you want to use different dies, you've got a handy reference guide. And for that you will also get, this is an embossing shim. It's like a flexible silicone rubber. It's great for embossing. You're going to get a magnetic sheet so that way you can place a die down and notice how like it won't go anywhere. So it won't shift. It's good for these thin sizzlets or cuttlebug types. You get the B shim. Notice how everything is labeled really big and really clear. I love this. Why did everybody want to make it so teeny? No, show me big B plate. This is the A plate, and this is actually the cutting one. You can see I've already been using it. And then you have the D plate, which is kind of like your base plate, and then C, which is another adapter. So as I had shown you before, in order to use, oh, wait, before I go on, they also give you in your package 3 8.5 by 11 embossing folders. So the one that I showed you first in my first little part of the demo is this beautiful kind of damask. It's nice, high quality. It embosses and debosses kind of in one pass. They also give you, this is like a half fold card, and it has, I don't know, kind of like a little trellis pattern. It would look like this, or like this. And then this, I'm gonna be honest, it's like a trifold brochure, and it says just a little note, thank you, make you smile. I don't know if you'd want to use this and like then cut them out. I'm not quite sure. This is a little lost on me. I don't understand it. But they do give you 3, and again, they are 8.5 by 11, so you can do a whole piece of paper, and you can see that they fit easily right into the throat of the eBosser. So first I thought you might want to know how well their embossing folders work. And so here is some vellum. Let me move this so you can get a better idea. This is a piece of embossed vellum. I thought that this was just beautiful, just spectacularly gorgeous. Yes, pretty. And then also, this is heavyweight cardstock. Again, beautiful, beautiful, crisp design. And I even did one piece as I reach over here of, this is just text weight paper. It's actually a piece of Astro Brights, but it's pretty. So their embossing folders seem to work just fine. And I like the fact that they're so big, so theoretically they should be coming out with a lot more of these 8.5 by 11 sizes, right? Because they're the one who made the machine for it. So then the question is, how does it work with other dies? And that's always the question I get. Is this compatible with what I have at home? And the answer is, yes it is. So with this piece, I did a piece of craft metal, and actually this is one of those Spellbinders new emboss, deboss, super duper embossing plates. It also will work with Spellbinders, Sizzix. This is a Sizzix steel roll die, works great. This is text weight paper and cardstock. I did twice. Then I also tried it out with the Sizzlet type of die. Works just fine. Using the instructions that they give you in the manual. I didn't have to do any experimentation. Perfect. And then I also used a Spellbinders grand caliber die, and they're big dies. And you can only use these in the grand caliber machine, but look, you can actually use them in your eBosser. So this is the biggest one I could find in my stash, and look, it fits. So if you want to use your Spellbinders grand caliber dies with the eBosser, you can. I think that's pretty cool. So anyways, that's kind of the overview. You've seen how it worked. You've seen that it can work with other dies. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment and I will do my best to answer that question for you. Otherwise, give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And make sure you check back at www.crafttestdummies.com to see the entire review and more reviews of other great craft products. So thank you so much and have a crafty day.